13 years at Florida State, and that's like, to me, wow, I can't believe it's been that long.
Well, its time has moved very fast. There's no doubt about that, but that was an opportunity to go and be a part of a program rich with tradition in history and a great conference at the ACC in a state that I was familiar with, a school that had a lot of rich tradition, but a basketball program that had been a little inconsistent. So once again, I had an opportunity to go and be a part of helping building something that's I'm hopeful that would be a program of significance as we move through the remainder of my
I've always
tenure.
felt that a lot of you guys that have gone to the NBA and come back to college, and when you not just recruit and you get these guys as freshmen and you're going to say, hey, you can't do that at the next level, you got to do it this way. And it's a great way to motivate some of these All-Americans from wherever they're at.
Well, that's a challenge because for the most part, sometimes guys who come out of high school with tremendous successes and they have done it their way. Right. And they've been the best players on their team, and the game has been geared toward them. Sometimes it's a challenge for them to fit into a system where there are players that are just as good, but more than anything else, a system that for the most part have to be intact in order for you to compete at the level that obviously schools are competing at now, because there are players at every level, every conference, every school. The coaching has improved. Every game's on TV, so every team is well prepared. There aren't any secrets. The AAU, the high school has gotten so much better. The kids are much more prepared than they used to be. So it's a great time for basketball now. Basketball is improving and growing, and I think this is one of the best sports, especially spectator sports, that you can watch.
As you well know, we go back, I think some 40 years ago when you were an assistant at Kentucky. I always was impressed with Big Blue Nation, as you know and I know. Why is Big Blue Nation like a religion in that state?
And I remember when my first, early on in my tenure at Kentucky, we would, Coach Hall and I would go out on recruiting trips, and we could come back in a private plane. And we had replays of the game that came on like at 10:30 and 11 o'clock. And as we would fly back in rural parts of Kentucky, all the lights in the houses were on as we flew back in because they were all up watching the replays of the games. But it's a way of life. There's no question about that. They love their basketball. It's just as close to a religion as a sport can be.